Dang, my computer is so slow now. Crazy. I got so much files on there. I gotta clean them up. But uh here, so we're gonna basically in this video go over two things: the CSV files for Scoop Grid, and then tracking number. Actually, and duplicate listings. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna write out this whole process that you're gonna have to go through. It's not really like a whole process, but it's like there's a specific order that we're going to need to do to get it done quickest, and also make sure we're getting everything done. So I want to make sure I'm clear on that before I start telling y'all what to do, and then I'm going to start doing it. I'm going to show you exactly what the process is going to look like. I'm also going to share some sheets with you because I told you to make them before, and apparently that didn't really work. So I'll just go ahead and make them myself. I'll share them with you, and then I'll make it nice and easy for what exactly the process that we're going to have you all do, and then as well as the tracking numbers, because the tracking numbers are so important. Like actually, PayPal is holding on to all of the money that we need to use for shipping orders now because we haven't uploaded any tracking numbers. So we're gonna need I'm gonna make a video on that, make it super simple, because y'all told me you could do it, and it hasn't happened. So we'll get that done in a second. But first I gotta figure this process out. So be right back. I guess it's low. I guess it's recording. That's so weird. It just doesn't give me an update or anything. This stuff is going so slow, so ridiculously slow. But whatever. We work with what we got. So basically, I'm not 100% clear on the process. I'm gonna actually go through it as we wanted to, as we do it. But before I say anything, I made some. I'm actually gonna share this with Aram right now, or maybe not share exactly. Whatever, we'll figure that out. I'll share it with you later. But basically, I have a CSV file. This is the template that we're gonna use. We're gonna freeze this first row if we can. So what we need to do is basically enter all of the listings into this kind of CSV file. Some of you have already done that, and you've done a great job. Others haven't even started. So, and that gets me mad when others haven't started. Like, dude, if I tell you to do something, you tell me immediately if you have a problem doing it. And if you do have a problem doing it, we'll fix it. But if you don't do it and you don't tell me, then that screws up a whole bunch of things. Just like these tracking numbers. Now we don't have any money to pay for things. At least not available. It's on hold. We got like $3,000 on hold. If you guys could tell me, then it makes things a lot simpler. So you have to do that. You have to do that. Otherwise, there are going to be consequences. And I don't want to have to make consequences. But literally, I have to deal with putting my own personal money, which I don't have a whole lot of anyway, and paying for these orders right now. That's why I don't have anybody doing orders. So I need you all to recognize the importance of what I'm saying right now, because your job literally depends on it. So let's move on from that now and get to these CSV files. So RockShop 11. So I'm doing this on RockShop 11. Aram, you're going to be doing this. So basically, all we do is we want to do a couple of things. We want to make sure the the custom label is filled out. We want to do duplicate checker. And if the price is off right now, don't even worry about it. We're not gonna worry about a whole lot. But what we want to do is start, like, to make it simpler. We'll put everything in alphabetical order. I think this already is. No, it's not. Air gun should be higher. All right, so we want to put it in just some sort of order so that we know, all right, if we stop at any point in time, we can just start back. But this only has 49 listings, so not a whole bunch. But yeah, this is exactly how we want the custom labels to look. So when we're going through this, we want to update all of these custom labels. So I'll start with this first listing. We'll open this up, and then we also need to open up the source listing as well. And there's a couple of things we need to check. So definitely update the date. That's one of the first things you need to do. So January 10th, 2019 is the start time. So if that's the start time, okay. January 10th, 2019, right? So we'll click revise your item. And we also want to search the item. We can search it in the other view as well. Or price blink was about to pull it up. I'm just going to do this for one item just because my computer is obviously going very, very slow. So what we want to do is we want to put whoever listed the item. I'm just going to give this to Aram. And then we want to put the date. So 1/10/19. And then promo. We want to put how much money it's promoted for. So if it sells as a promoted listing, we know. So it's 27.99. Cool. So that's done. Now what we need to do is we need to take the title, and we need to, and I think I already shared this with everybody, but if you need it, let me know, because we need to be doing this. This is the duplicate listings. Right there. So we need to be putting these in every single listing. We need every single listing to be in this duplicate listing checker. Now listen, this is the biggest thing with the duplicate listings, right? If there is a duplicate listing, what we need to do is delete it from the RockShop stores. And then if it's on like, let's say Sid Shop and Okie or something, then we need to figure out, okay, am I gonna delete, like, then actually just contact me. Let me know what to do about that specific duplicate listing. But every other duplicate listing, if there's a duplicate listing in RockShop accounts, delete it from the RockShop accounts and put it in the new, and leave it in the new store. If there's a duplicate between, let's say, your store and somebody else's, whatever one was there first, that's the one that stays. So if you just found out, then you delete it. But we can't have any duplicate listings for obvious reasons. And I see that you guys have not been using this. It's just kind of frustrating, but that's why I'm making this video, I guess. If you guys continue to not use it, there's going to be a problem. But I'm making this video, hopefully y'all listen and actually apply what I'm teaching. All right, so while the duplicate listing thing is loading, what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can pull this up on Walmart. Okay, also another thing, this is big. Do not, for all of the new listings, do not have offers open. Don't allow offers. Uncheck that box. Because the offers just throw everything off. Or it doesn't throw everything off, but what it does is I have to respond to all those. And it's just too much, because every offer, like for this, if this listing is for like $300, we're going to get offers for like $200. And it's like, I would never give you this for $200. I'm selling it for $350. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So, okay, number one. And we need to be very wary of refurbished items also. And now, the one I saw was a while ago, so I don't want to blame anybody. But we need to make sure that we're not doing that, because refurbished items are going to be just bad. Because we can't use stock photos for refurbished items, or because we have to, like, there's not really a category for refurbished, and that's messed up. Like, it'll just mess up the accounts. So this is 12-inch king size. All right, probably gonna be 242. The computer always does that. I swear, if I click somewhere, the whole page moves before I click. And then it pulls up a whole different web page. I bet you if I clicked, it would change. Right at the perfect time. So that's why I waited. And I bet you it'll still change. I'm just gonna wait. Did I not just click it? Like, that's what's so annoying about this computer, bro. It's like, I just clicked it. But okay. Man, this stuff really don't want to load. So what you do is you take the URL of the source, copy that, put that in the RockShop CSV file. So this is going to be our first listing, right? We go to vendor URL, we put that there. The vendor URL is a source URL. The vendor variant, this one in this case would be king. So we need to just basically go right here, put king. So copy that, and then put king right there. Pretty easy. Now Reprice store, what that is actually, I don't even know. I already had it set up in the other Google sheet. Let's see if this even opens up. This could take a while. I'm so surprised that hasn't loaded at all. How long you need? It's just a couple of... This is why I don't like making videos that often. Especially right now. Jeez, like, really? Let me see if I can load it on my phone because this is too much. But with the duplicate listing checker, it's very, very simple. It's very, very obvious exactly what you have to do. You basically have to take the eBay title. You put the title in on one column, and then on the other column, you put the source URL. If either one of those turns red, oh, it looks like it's going to load now. So yeah, source URL right here. If these turn red, then you have to delete it from one. So we know that in Pikachu, there's two listings with the exact same source, but they're just different titles. So what that means is and now this is the thing. In this specific case, what that could mean is that these are just two different variations with the same URL, and there's just two different variations on the site. That's fine if that's the case, but this is just a red flag. It's like, all right, you better fix something now because something's up. But it looks like only Pikachu, only RockShop 20 is actually using this. I need every one of you to use this so that we can find the duplicate listings across different stores, and we can actually start deleting them. Now, since what's her name? Since Mela got here first, basically all of her listings, if you have a duplicate listing, if you have the same URL, if you have the same same title, then what that means is if you have a duplicate listing, you're the one who has to delete the listing. And so your store isn't going to do as well. And that's going to affect your commission. Moving forward with the stores, that is going to affect different things. Over time, it's not going to be right away because right now we're just focused on getting all the stores up to date, up to speed. There's different limits and stuff. There's just too much to go into your pay versus other people's pay. It's not fair, at least not right now. So we're just building up the accounts right now. But it is going to affect things later on. And these listings, if they're done right, they're going to be selling now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now. So it's going to affect things. I just want y'all to know that. So speed is going to be big with that. But we want to run everything through the duplicate checker. So like I said, all of these listings that we're going back through, we want to put into here. So I should see like 400 or something things in here by the time all of these CSV files are done. And CSV file is just another way of saying Google Sheet. So Reprice store, it is eBay US like I thought. So what we do is we copy that. If it even loads, I'll just type it in on the other one. I can't even click the tab. So the Reprice Scoop, what that is that's the eBay item number. So in this case, this item number, I don't know if we could find it in here. I love how slow my computer is, man. This is just fun. This is so fun. because I need to be working right now. I'm not even supposed to be home right now. I'm supposed to be working myself because I gotta work myself too. I'm working hard just to pay for these items because some people didn't do the tracking numbers. All right, so we need the item number. We don't have the item number. We'll just update this. That's good, right? But now we need to find. Actually, that's probably the item number right there. I'm gonna copy it just to see it. 28333. Yeah, that is the item number. All right, cool. So what we do is once we find that item number on this page, we go to the CSV file and under school reprice or reprice scoop, that's where you need to put that information. And then the reprice store, that's eBay US. So I'm gonna already start it right here. It's all caps, eBay underscore US. So on all of you guys' things, it's gonna have to, you're gonna want to do that, and then it's 1 and then 0. So keep that in mind. All of the reprice store is always going to be eBay underscore US. Auto compare is always going to be 1. Reprice skew is always going to be 0. So those are the settings. So that's what all these CSV files need to look like. And then what we want to do is put the date as well that the item was listed. Actually, that's not the date the item was listed. That's not the date the item was listed. All right, well, there's not really any point to put a date right there. If you need to put any more information, you can put it under reference, or you could go ahead and start another column. But all we need to do is have these first 7 columns, and that's really it. That's the most important thing. And so that's what it is. You take the vendor URL, the vendor variant, which is if there is a variant. If there's no variant, you don't put anything. Reprice store is always going to be eBay US, and this reprice SKU is going to be the item number. Then these are just fine. Then we need to put everything through the duplicate checker to make sure that we don't have duplicate listings. So that's everything we need for the CSV files. That's done. Okay. I'm going to share all this stuff with you. If you need more sheets, you tell me, because we need to get this done ASAP, because we've lost already a whole bunch of money just because we haven't had a repricer, and it kills us. It kills the stores. It kills the metrics. We found out that when you're canceling orders, that's also a bad thing to do. So a couple of things we need to worry about. But we're on to the whatever it's called, tracking numbers right now, because tracking numbers are even more important, at least right now. So what I wanted to mention is we're not listing until this stuff is done. Do not list anything until this stuff is done, because even the new listings we're going to have to put in CSV files and things like that. We're going to need to figure out a system for that, and I'm going to teach you all that system. But first we need to make sure we're getting the CSV files done and the excuse me, and the tracking numbers done as well, because if they're not done, that's everything. So I'm just going to do the tracking numbers for Rock Shop. I'm just going to do one tracking number. It's super, 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 super simple. It's so simple. I don't know why it's not already being done. Like, it's actually really frustrating knowing how simple it is and how easy it is and how I already showed you how to do it and it hasn't been done. But I'm going to show you again. Like, just a little heads up, I might have to take away hours for like next week. Just cut them completely because we don't have any money. And that's not my fault. So these tracking numbers, actually, if they're uploaded right now, it might be fine. I don't know how PayPal works, if they do it right away, where if the item got delivered, they'll take your money and clear it, or not. But because it's 21 days since the item was purchased, it could be some time. And the people that have listened to me the most part are going to have their hours maintained like first. Like, they're going to have first priority or over having hours and stuff like that, if it ever came to that. I'm not saying it's going to come to that. I'm just saying if it did, like literally, I was doing the bank account and everything right now, and there's like nothing. But here, all of the thing, like this is what I was saying, all of the orders now, they're coming through and they're gonna be transferred. Like the emails are gonna be transferred to Rockshop 19. So this is the email, Rockshop 19. The password is, as always, or damn near always. I'm sorry, that's all caps. That's the password. Okay, cool. Now, what we need to do basically, actually, I can't even do it for this account, can I? We'll see. Well, actually, I need it to be in orders. Ugh. All right, so this was shipped January 24th. All right, so this stuff is, well, this one is at least recent. So what we do is we take that order number, or we could take the person, let's take the person's name, Ron Rader, right? We go into the email. All we need to do is search Ron Rader. And so this one doesn't have anything. Maybe it's not Ron Rader that we shipped to. Nope. Check the order number. Otherwise, this might not have been. Actually, this was January 17th. That one might not even be an order. That made it into here. So, all right, we're not gonna do Rockshop 11. That's a terrible account. It's barely making any sales right now. Um, I'm actually working on it with a friend. He's gonna actually open an account, it looks like, and we'll make it really secure because, as we know, the other account got shut down. That other new account, we'll get a new account for Aram because she deserves a new account that like actually makes sales, gets views, and all that stuff. But we actually just had a sale on Rockshop. If you didn't see, the profit was $30 today, so it's still profitable and stuff. But we got to be a little bit more, like very like smart with the listings that we list there. And the way I have you guys listing, it's pretty solid. Now, there's other ways of doing it, but the other ways of doing it would only work on a new account anyway. So I could teach you all the other ways of listing. Well, it's really just one other way, but it also takes too long and stuff like that. And we only want to do it when the accounts are built up, and the accounts are not built up. The selling limits are not that high, and so we need to work on that first. But here, we'll go to Okie Doke, and basically all it is you go to the orders, and we need to start from way back actually, and one of these is unavailable. All right, first I need to edit this. And now as items start selling, we need to go back. If you like check this stuff, don't actually list anything, but if you see 0 available or anything like that, or if you don't see 2 available, 3 available, like this one's probably out of stock too. We need to go back in there and actually add the stock back. Because like, yeah, we need to edit that. Because obviously this isn't going to sell if there's no more in stock. And this one's selling a whole bunch, and it's getting us like $13, $10 profit each time. Killing it. So we need to get back in there and edit it. And when you see it selling a bunch, like this one sold 5 times, we could increase the price, things like that, but we don't need to. What we're going to do is we're just going to make the quantity 5 more. So when you see it selling, I'm sorry, I sort of took away from what I was going to say by talking about price. If you see it sold like 5 times in the last week, go ahead and put the quantity up more. Don't put it back to 1 or 2. All right, so this Roku, it looks like is out of stock as well. But we'll see. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about being in stock or anything. Let's see. I'm curious. Unless Arslan did something weird with this listing and we don't even have stock. Yeah, okay, so see, the quantity is 0. It didn't say anything about availability, and usually when it doesn't say anything about ability, what it means is there ain't none. So we want to go in here, since it already sold, it used to be at 1, we'll put it at 3 now. And we see the lowest price and stuff like that. I don't really care. So we'll get a tracking number for this account, and then we'll get out of here. Once this stuff loads. Here. So basically, we want to start with all orders because we have a lot of orders now that'll go back, and we still haven't uploaded any tracking numbers like this one. Not a single tracking number. So we'll go right here. That's January 13th. We'll do something like, it'll be like 19th. Or it was like the 17th, 18th and stuff and on. So here, we'll see this. Tom Gunning, right? We'll go and just take the name. You should be able to just get it by name, actually. And if we go right here, Tom Gunning, most of the time it'll actually just pull up and it'll be fine. So cool. This one says shipped and arriving. Nice and easy. We go right here. We click it, right? And boom, there's the tracking number. So we know it's shipped with FedEx. It's so simple. Like, it's so simple. You saw how easy that was? You saw how easy that was, right? So simple. Add tracking. FedEx. And we go ahead and paste the number. Watch. Tracking number. Actually, tracking numbers don't always paste right. It sometimes says invalid. That one was super easy, right? That's all we got to do. That's it. You see how easy that is? I just want y'all to see, right? We'll see if this one took. But that's all you got to do for the accounts that you have. For all the orders, just go through, type in the name right here in the Gmail, and then scroll down. Boom. So simple. I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna let you guys do the rest because I have a lot of work to do myself, and I'm paying you guys to do this, so you should probably do it. I am a little bit frustrated, if you're wondering. A little bit frustrated. Not a whole bunch. I usually don't get too mad, but I am a little bit frustrated because nobody came to me for help. That's the biggest thing. If there was a problem, I understand completely. And I want to help everybody, so that, like, obviously that's what I'm here doing right now. I'm taking time out of my day. The most important time for me right now is because now it's lunchtime and I do a lot of delivery. Taking the time out to make a video to teach. See, it'll say invalid tracking number. This is good. It'll say invalid tracking number every now and then. So what you want to do is just put the tracking number up there so you can look at it, and then you can copy it back in. You have to actually type it in sometimes. And then it usually takes. Yeah, now it's good. So, yeah, that's it. That's all we got to do for tracking numbers. And if we can do that for tracking numbers, bam, that one's good. Where's the other one? Where is the other one? What? All right, there's the laser shit one. Okay, yeah. So we need to add the tracking numbers from at least from this point on. So think January 17th and on at least. Because a lot of those orders, I mean, obviously you can see we have 45 of them, and that's 45 orders of money that we have held by PayPal right now, and it has to be held for 21 days. It's only been a week, so that means we got 14 more days until we get that money because we didn't upload the tracking numbers. Now, if we upload the tracking numbers now, it might shorten that time. I think it will, but if it doesn't, it's gonna be on you guys. I'm just being honest, because nobody came to me for help. This is why, like, I want to stress that so much. I've been saying this all video, because if there's a problem, if I tell you guys to do something, I expect it to get done. If it doesn't get done, come to me. If there's a problem, come to me. If you have a question, come to me. If it's just simply not getting done, if it's too much, whatever, you have to let me know, because if I don't know, things like this will happen. So just, yeah, like, help me out with the CSV files and help me out with the tracking numbers right now. and then we can get back to listing. But do not list until we get those things done first. If you have any questions, if you need me to share any more files with you, stuff like that, let me know. All right, cool. Peace.